live from Scott Lacey's beautiful turn-of-the-century Victorian home on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. It's the 2001 TFL Draft Lottery. For the first time ever, we are coming to you live on the internet, both sound and video, to show you this draft lottery. If this is working as planned, you should have two screens on your window or your screen, or two windows on your screen. On the left side should be me and my glorious face, and on the right side will be the actual draft order that is posted. So as we draw, we're going to go back in time to our past, and instead of doing it randomly on the computer, we're going to take the draw team logos out of a box, the envelopes that we have, so that you can see them as they come out. As always, we will go in reverse order. So the first one out will be the number 14 pick, and then we'll go on all the way to number 1. So the last one in the box gets the number 1 pick. And let's quit wasting time and get right to it. And notice I'm not looking, I'm turning my head away, I'm shuffling it around a little bit, trying to do this as fair as possible. And the number 14 pick in the Times Football League draft is and belongs to the Baltimore Barons. I have to make sure I put these in the right order on the way back so that we can keep track of all this. Number 13 pick belongs to the Narcoosseous Noses, who I think have a lock on that number 13 pick every year. Am I wrong, or does he seem to always get in that area? Alright, let's go. Number 12 pick belongs to the Denver Piles. Up to number 11, the Flint Bison. Okay. The Scotty's going a little crazy behind the screen. Okay, we're up to number 10. Goes to the Dutch Harbor Dogs. I love saying the Dutch Harbor Dogs. Hope Casey's watching. Our biggest fear, we'd have this internet broadcast and no one would watch. But we are taping it, maybe someday we'll figure out how to put the video online. The number 9 pick goes, we're starting in Scott Lacey's territory, he's hoping for, and he gets. Woo-hoo-hoo! Number 9 pick, Baghdad, red-bellied newts, and around the world, millions of people scream, Baghdad blows, all at the same time. The number 8 pick goes to, I think these two are married at their hips. They can't do anything without being around each other. The Limerick Laughing Loons, able to torment each other during the draft, since they usually have the same draft strategy. We're at number 8, right? You can speak.
Seven.
We're at number 7. The number 7 pick belongs to, feeling the anticipation, the suspense. Steve Cash says, just skip to the end. The Willow Weasels. Number 6 pick goes to Mark Dolan's Arctic Gators. We're in the top 5. Should we review who the top 5 left are? Or we want to wait till the top 3?
Top 3.
Alright, so 2 more to go to get to the top 3. Number 5 pick goes to Mike and Bob Continelli's Lackawanna Lancers. We got 4 left to get to that number 1 pick. The number 4 pick of the TFL draft, it will belong to the Dugway Experiments, the number 1 fantasy football team of all time, which every team respects. Every owner wishes they could be like. This is what it's about. This is why we play the game. We have 3 teams left. Let's time to review. I think I haven't called Alaska, Anchorage, and who's the other one?
Arctic. No, we get to.
Done East Hartford?
No East Hartford.
So we got Chris Reedy, Nate Sagan, and now I forgot the other one.
Alaska, right?
and Charles Bingham competing for the number 1 pick. Those 3 left. Oh, the number 3 pick goes to... I get a C before everybody else was. Nick Sagan's Anchorage Kitchen. I had a feeling he really wanted the number 1 pick and is quite bummed right now. Alright, we got 2 left. We got Charles Bingham and Chris Reedy going. Chris Reedy? Oh man, that lucky SOB. Doesn't he ever have anything go against him? He's going to get the number 1 pick. I got to stop now. I can't go further. This is ridiculous. I'm hurt. Oh, damn. Just once I wish that guy didn't get everything to go his way. Alright, let's see. I'm not looking. Let's pull them both out. Look, they're attached. Pulling them both out. I'm closing my eyes.
Kurt Warner.
I'm going. Alright, the number 2 pick belongs to... It had to be. The Alaska Usyks. Chris Reedy once again gets everything to go his way. Luck shines on him. The entire world loves him. Oh, just once I'd like to see that guy have to face the luck I have to face. And for the record and prosperity, the number 1 pick belongs to the East Hartford ex-Eskimos. There you have it. We have our order. The Times Football League draft is official. And now I'd like to bring in Mr. Scott Lacey, who will help analyze who he thinks the top picks will be in this year's draft. So Scott.
It's going to be kind of tight because I think we have a very small window.
We have a very small window. We got to get chummy.
Oh, you smell nice, Kenny.
The number 1 pick. Who is Chris Reedy going to be looking at?
I'm thinking he's kind of a conservative guy. I think he'll go with Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner, but he had Kurt Warner 1 year, and I don't think he was happy with Kurt Warner.
Well, he was very upset with Ike Bruce last year, so yeah, we'll see if he's over the stinging.
And if he was going to go out on a limb, who would he take? If you really want to do something risky, what would you take with the number 1 if you want to do something risky?
Oh boy, I don't think there's a risky pick. I think maybe Moss, but I doubt it. Maybe Peyton Manning, but I think it's got to be Kurt Warner or Dante Culpepper.
Dante Culpepper. So you think that Charles, with draft number 2, will take whoever Chris does of those 2?
Yeah, I see Charles totally being a Dante Culpepper guy.
But Charles usually hates quarterbacks in the first round. I mean, he almost goes out of his way not to draft a quarterback in the first round.
I don't see how you can't take one of those 2 guys, though. I mean, they both hit about that 40 touchdown mark, and that's pretty much first pick territory.
You see either one of them wanting to trade?
Well, we know Charles won't trade. He wouldn't trade 1 pick for everybody else's entire team, so I don't think we'll see him trade.
Just for a record, in the entire history of the Times Football League, there is only 1 team that has never made a trade, and that's Charles Bingham, because he won't take a trade unless you completely screw yourself over and give your entire roster up for his backup kicker. But you're right, I don't see Charles making a trade, and I don't think Chris, the lucky guy that he is ever going to trade away number 1 pick.
Yeah, I once offered Charles Warren Moon my left kidney and my spleen for Al Del Greco, and he laughed at me. So I've given up on Charles.
Yeah, Charles will never make a trade. All right, so what else do you see happening in the draft? I mean, you haven't talked about any running backs lately. The trend in the TFL is running backs go early.
It'd be interesting. I don't even know the fellow's name, but the guy that's going to replace Robert Smith in Minnesota. I really don't know his name. I haven't been studying. This is the year that you guys could take me.
I know his name, and I'm not saying.
You got to think he's got a potential for a big breakout year. So that's somebody to look at. But I think more than in any previous year, the first round there's no drop off. I think there's quality players all the way throughout. So I don't think there's any advantage to being anywhere but 1 or 2 this year.
Do you think the Terrell Davis's kind of bad injury plagued year last year might have cooled everybody to running backs, and they may not be as high on running backs this year in the first round?
No, I still think running backs is something you can't really get a good one after the 3rd round. So I think you'll see 5 or 6 go in the first round easily. And Terrell Davis, that was a fluke. It was an injury, and I think, that's an interesting situation with Alandis Gary and Mike Anderson and Terrell. So it'll be interesting to see if anybody takes a stab at Terrell, because you don't know what's going to happen there.
Well, what about Edgerrin James? You haven't mentioned him. I mean, he's got to be one of the top running backs taken.
Yeah, but he's looks like he had kind of a strange offseason, didn't show up for minicamp or something like that.
So like he wants more money.
So who knows if he's going to become a head case? But he's certainly been solid for 2 years. So.
All right.
What about you? You've been asking all the questions. Would you care to share some of that gray matter with the rest of us?
We now have a new website where you can log in, send me $50, and I'll be happy to share my insights with you. It's called tubesrule.com. So if you go to tubesrule.com, you too can send me $50 and I will give you the insights you need to a 500 season, but I got to go for a little bit more. I got to hold some of it back. I can't give you all the knowledge of the greatest fantasy football mind in the galaxy.
One mistake, it's tubesblow.com. So don't forget that. Well, I'm out. I'm going to let you close the show, and hope there's at least one person out there that tuned in for this silly little affair. And it's been fun bringing it to you. If nothing else, we've enjoyed it. So good day, fellas.
Thank you, Scott. Well, this has been another first in the TFL milestones that we've had very many of. Our first internet broadcast that shows both sound and video. And we were happy to bring it to you to show you the draft and show you that we did pick the order fairly. Trust me, if there was going to be anyone I was going to give the number one pick to, Chris Reedy would have been last on that list. So it could not have been more fair. And we wanted to see it as it happened. Hopefully you enjoyed the suspense and enjoyed our broadcast. And who knows, maybe we'll be able to do this again for the draft. For those of you who are unable to make it, you can see the crazy antics going on, the Wits and Casey banging their heads together, Witt getting sloshed with tequila and wondering why his team blows every year. That's what you miss out on when you're not at the draft. So thank you for tuning in. I hope somebody was able to enjoy this. If not, we have the tape. And we will catch you in New York City, September 6th. Thanks.